Welcome back, warriors, to yet another Battlefield 2042 video. I'm your commanding officer, Major Doodleman149, and in today's briefing, I'll be going over the new Specialist trailer that just dropped showcasing Battlefield 2042's newest operators. I'll be giving my live reaction to the trailer, followed by my final thoughts on the Specialist balance we'll have at the launch of this operation. Let's stop wasting your time though, recruits. Let's jump right into this. Let's see what this trailer's about. Got Indian operator, cyber warfare. So, what does hacking someone actually do? Interesting. Ooh, the riot shield bitch, Espinoza. He just ate a frag and didn't even lose half his health. How are you supposed to deal with a riot shielder if you can't use explosives? Ah. This is the Sundance woman, the one with the helmet we saw in the wingsuit. Interesting. Scatter grenade. Interesting. Must be like a cluster grenade. You can hot swap these. Did that just fucking track to that helicopter? Ah, this was the woman who got stabbed in the Hazard Zone trailer. Passively marks them. That's not too strong or anything. Her ability is wall hacks. What is this shit? Kinda looks like John Hamm. Revives allies faster and restores their armor. Then what does Maria or Irish do? Provides armor, ammo, and loadouts in a crate. So if you run a medic box, you're essentially a medic support. You're essentially a one-man arsenal. These people, aside from the Indian guy, feel very unbalanced. I'm not feeling good about the start of this operation. Damn it. So let's start off with the first specialist we saw in the trailer. We have our fifth officially announced specialist as Navin Rao, an Indian recon soldier. His active ability is his cyber suit, which allows him to hack enemy soldiers and equipment and appears to alter their HUD in some way. Based on the footage, it also seems to spot the enemy and allow for remote use of environmental buttons. His passive ability is his Trojan network that allows for the spotting of nearby hostiles if a hacked enemy is killed by Navin. Next is Santiago Dozer Espinoza as a Mexican assault specialist who comes equipped with an SOB-8 ballistic shield to block all incoming hostile small arms fire. His passive ability is called Blast Resistant, which is basically EOD from Modern Warfare. It heavily reduces damage taken from explosives and allows for faster recovery from explosive damage. Emma Rousier, also known as Sundance, is a French assault specialist that comes equipped with a wingsuit for greater mobility on the battlefield as well as her smart explosives. These grenades are able to be hot swapped between anti-armor, EMP, and scatter grenades. The intel footage shows that the anti-armor grenades are capable of homing in on a target. Ji-Soo Pite joins us from South Korea as yet another recon specialist. Bringing in all that fancy Far Eastern tech, her active ability is her EMG-X scanner, which allows her to see enemy outlines through all obstacles in a radius around her. Her passive ability, Threat Perception, automatically spots any enemy that deals damage to her, allowing for quick retaliation. Our final new specialist is a Romanian support specialist who goes by Constantine Angel Anchel. He's capable of calling in a loadout crate which restores teammates' armor, refills their ammo, and allows them to select a new loadout if they wish. His passive ability is called Trauma Specialist and allows for faster revives as well as armor restoration. So, recruits, how do these newly announced specialists fit into the operation that'll be starting next month? Well, aside from Navin Rao, who is borderline useless, every single specialist is completely unbalanced. Let's go one by one as I explain how these incoming specialists will essentially unbalance this conflict. As I just mentioned, Navin isn't overpowered at all. In fact, his abilities are even a little lackluster. He can hack an enemy's HUD and distant buttons. Aside from spotting nearby enemies by eliminating a hacked foe, his abilities are pretty underwhelming. Espinoza brings that typical, toxic, pathetic ballistic shield gameplay to the table while also having a passive ability that directly negates the only effective way to defeat a shield user. Tell me, soldier, if someone approaches you with a ballistic shield, what is your first instinct in order to deal with this threat? Use explosives to bypass the shield? Well, of course, that is 100% correct, soldier. However, Espinoza can take a frag grenade at his feet without even losing half his health. Plus, according to his file, he's also capable of recovering from explosive injuries much faster than normal. So unless you're able to outmaneuver the shield user and get bullets into his side or back, Espinoza is going to be the tankiest soldier on the field with no solid counter. Sundance, on the surface, doesn't seem to be unbalanced as an operator. Her wingsuit allows for greatly enhanced mobility, which is a fine gimmick for the brass to implement. However, her smart grenades are the real problem for one reason: the homing anti-armor grenade. The EMP is fine to potentially disable a vehicle temporarily and disrupt HUD elements, and the cluster grenade seems to be geared towards taking out entrenched enemies. Seeing the AA grenade fly through the air, home in on a chopper, and eliminate it sunk my spirits for this operator entirely. When you can deal that much damage to a vehicle that quickly and not miss, how is that balanced? At least the Stinger requires a lengthy lock-on. This will ruin armor to infantry balance. Jisoo is pretty close to Espinoza in terms of excessive kit from the Quartermaster. Being able to passively spot enemies who harm her means the spotting system we'll have implemented will be the laziest we've ever experienced. She can be completely unaware of your surroundings, not looking for targets or moving tactically, and by taking one bullet to the knee, she can immediately discover the location of the enemy. It's not known if this works for multiple foes at once, but I can only imagine the brass at DICE has designed her kit in that fashion. Her active ability is literally wall hacks. Not much more needs to be said about that. And lastly, we have Constantine, who, strangely enough, outshines two specialists DICE has already forced upon us. Constantine can revive allies faster than other specialists and restores their armor upon doing so. He can also call in a loadout crate in order to resupply team ammo and armor while allowing for the swapping of weapons. If Constantine chooses to run a med crate, he essentially becomes a nightmare combo of medic and support, being able to resupply health, armor, and ammo while also having fast revives. He takes the role of both Maria and Irish, meaning why would you ever deploy either of them when Constantine is an option? DICE can't even balance these starter specialists against each other. The Quartermaster needs to be fired yet again. This kit is too much for these specialists and needs to be better balanced if this operation is meant to have any manner of financial or operational success. And so that is all, Warriors. I've covered everything we know about our launch specialists and have provided my final thoughts on their implementation and balance. What do you think of these newly released specialists and specialists overall? Let me know in the comments below. And so, if your CO did an adequate job today with this briefing, be sure to leave him a like and subscription to show command that he is worthy of more viewership from potential recruits. And with that, I've been your CO, Major Doodleman 149, and until our next briefing, you are all dismissed!